Hey y'all. Hey, how you doing? Okay. I am annoyed with these topics of colorism, but I really feel like this is something that happened I think this week that let's just have a discussion about it. So earlier in the week, Chili is, for those of you who don't know, maybe younger listeners, is from a group, an R&B group from the early 90s called TLC, and they were very popular. I think they were out of Atlanta, and they are associated with acts like, they were around the time of like Escape. Maybe Escape was a little later. Escape is Candy's group. If you don't know, Candy is the one on Real Housewives of Atlanta, and they were also associated with, I want to say, like Usher. She did date Usher. She's dated men that were younger than her. Chili, I believe, is like in her 50s. Okay. So yeah, she's part of TLC. t-boz, L for left eye, and C for Chili. Left eye died in a car crash in, I want to say, somewhere in Latin America, Guatemala, I'm not sure, or Costa Rica. She passed away. And T-boz is known, she was the main singer, known for, I when I think of T-boz, I think of her relationship with Mac 10, I believe. Chili went through a lot. Not Chili, T-boz. She was in a relationship or married to Mac 10. It was a very, very hostile, abusive relationship, and T-boz has sickle cell. Again, Left Eye is the one that burned the NFL player. I want to say Andre something. She was dating him and he cheated on her. Something happened. She burned his house down. Chili is the one that was known for like dating Usher. And when I think of Chili, I think of, she's the Black and Indian one from what I remember. And she didn't know who her father was until she went on a talk show called Sally Jesse Raphael. Listen, I'm sorry, Gen Z, but us millennials, we were like 8 and 9 watching Jenny Jones, Sally Jesse Raphael, Ricky Lake, Jerry Springer. I don't know why we were watching those shows. Montel Williams. We would come home and watch talk shows. Phil Donahue. Who remembers that? Phil Donahue, Oprah, all of them we just watched. And I want to make a video about that because those were the days. We had a time at 8, 9, and 10 watching talk shows like we were some adults. Anyhow, I remember she met her dad on Sally Jesse, and I will get to that later. So now, let's fast forward to today. Chili is dating Matthew Lawrence. Now, if you don't know, Matthew Lawrence is the younger brother of Joey Lawrence. Again, for those of you who are not millennials and not Gen Xers, Joey Lawrence was our heartthrob in the 90s. Who's a heartthrob today? I guess Jack Harlow, I guess, is a current day heartthrob, which to me, I'm like, absolutely not. Ours was Joey Lawrence. He was one of them, one of the guys. Who else? Antonio Sabato Jr. He was another one that was a heartthrob. Tyson Beckford, another heartthrob, and back in the 90s. Joey Lawrence had this thing where he says, whoa, that was his thing. And he was on the show. Oh my God, he played the older brother of, it's escaping me now. I forgot which show, not Blossom. Guys, was he on Blossom? Anyways, he was an older brother of one of those characters. It wasn't Clarissa Explains It All. That was on Nickelodeon. So here is Sir Joey Lawrence. He was, I give it to him. He was adorable. He was a hottie. Him, and there was another guy who was hot. It was Bumper Robinson. He was so hot. When I tell you Bumper was so cute, I gotta look these pictures up and show it to you, maybe, if I can. This is Joey Lawrence, okay? Listen, cute as all hell. And then, so now it was him. his brother Matthew Lawrence, and they had a younger brother. I forgot his name, but they were all actors. All of them were actors. All right. So now let's get to the issue at hand. Matthew on Instagram shared a video of him and Chili dancing. They're dating. They're dating now. I believe Matthew is 44 years old. And like I said before, Chili is in her 50s. I want to say early 50s. And here they go. Let me share my screen real quick. It's a little cheesy, but you know, let's watch together. This shit was cheesy as all hell, their little dance, but let's watch this for reporting purposes. Ugh, I am just sick. Oh my God. All right. Here we go. Here they go. Yep, here they go. Cute, cute, right? They doing a little dance. All right, that's cute. So now in the comments, everybody's like, yeah, get it. You guys are so cute. You know, giving them compliments. I don't know if you guys could see this. So now someone in the comments, I hope they didn't delete their comment. Basically, someone gave Matthew props saying, oh shit, we see you with the chocolate. We see you. And then Chili says, no, caramel. So now when she said that, y'all, it opened up a whole can of worms. Oh yeah, here it is. Okay, Matthew, he got some chocolate now. He got the moves. I approve. Here go Chili. Where is her comment? Oh, I hope they didn't delete it. Shit. She wrote, no, yes, there it is. She says, at upscale boss lady caramel. And then she put like a star eyes emoji, whatever. So people have a problem with this. When I saw what he wrote, I didn't take it as when I saw what that lady posted, the chocolate comment, I did not take that as skin tone. I just took it as chocolate, like a black woman. Oh shit, you got a black woman now, right? Chili took it as a complexion thing, which honestly to me, that's kind of weird because it could have been a light-skinned woman. It could have been a medium-toned woman. It could have been, you know, it wouldn't dawn on me to correct that person. Oh, no, caramel. So to me, Chili has, I don't know if she has a complex with being darker skinned. And to me, I always considered Chili dark, not dark skin. Listen, under the dark skin umbrella, it's not one shade. Being dark skin is not one shade. You have Lupita, who is, she's very dark. She's deeper. Her tone is deeper and it's rich. Then you have people like Candy. Candy, to me, from Housewives of Atlanta, is darker skin. She's under the dark skin umbrella. Phaedra Parks, even though she tried to make a little dig at Kenya's complexion, Phaedra to me is dark skin. Now she has a little reddish undertone. She's like a milk chocolate maybe, but to me nonetheless she's dark skin. Kenya Moore is dark skin. Who else? Viola Davis, no doubt, is dark skin. Viola Davis, again, she's going towards the deeper end of the dark skin spectrum, but she's dark skin though. Who else? Naomi Campbell, dark skin. Okay, we have a lot of people. There's a myriad of degrees and the degrees of darkness under the dark skin umbrella. It's not just one complexion. Now, when you start getting into like a Tiffany Haddish to me is not dark skin. She's brown skin. Tiffany Haddish to me is more caramel. When you start getting into the Tarajis, the Regina, is it Regina Hall? Regina King to me almost is like dark skin, kind of. Let me look her up. Regina King. She's in the middle, like a almost milk chocolate going towards caramel. Regina King. Mary J. Blige, to me, she's on the brink of coming out of the dark skin umbrella, going towards the caramelish, okay? Regina Hall now, She's caramel, okay? So to me, in TLC, T-Boz was light skin, Left Eye was caramel kind of, and Chili was dark skin. That's what I've always thought. And when I looked in the comments, many people said the same thing. You are not they said you are not caramel, Chili. Left Eye is caramel. Now, here, let's read some comments. Your skin is brown, Chili. You do, in fact, qualify as chocolate. Left Eye qualified as caramel. See? Love yourself. A lot of people went in on Chili. This is so embarrassing. Is Caramel in the room with us right now? You want to be light skinned so bad. Sis, you are brown skin like chocolate. It's okay. That's what I think. Like a Lindt chocolate bar. It's not like dark, like dark chocolate. Is that what they call it? It's a milk chocolate. Nonetheless, it's still chocolate. So people are just going in on Chili. Here's another comment. Right. It's almost like she didn't like being called chocolate, but she is chocolate and chocolate is beautiful. Never be ashamed of that. And yeah, the comments go on and on. Some people said, oh no, you're caramel. Yeah, claim it. If that's what you identify, listen, you like it. I love it. Many comments, many people were like, no, Chili, you are sadly mistaken. You are chocolate. Sorry, Chili. No, learn to love yourself. A lot of people were telling her to love herself. And, let me gather my thoughts real quick. It's just sad. It's really sad because this whole colorism topic and us dark skin, I'm part of the dark skin coalition as well. I always liken myself to Kenya's complexion kind of. I have like a peachy orange undertone. So my freaking like my foundation is weird. In the summertime, I need like a darker but reddish foundation, and in the wintertime, my foundation literally looks like orange. It's like a darker or like an orange. It's weird. But I'm dark skinned. I am a dark skinned person. I'm around Kenya's complexion. And it's sad we have to discuss this because it is a vestige of slavery. White people have done a number on dividing us. We're already divided by locale, meaning you have African Americans versus Caribbean Americans. And Caribbean, I mean like Jamaicans, Trinidadians, Haitians, Dominicans, even though that's a whole other thing. They don't identify with Caribbean. The Dominicans identify with Latin America, But the thing is, Haiti is also in Latin America, but because Haiti as a whole is a darker skinned country, we more identify with Caribbean because we are darker skinned compared to other Hispanic countries, which people get the two confused a lot. Latin American does not mean Hispanics. Hispanics are Latino, but not all Latinos are Hispanic. And it's ignorance like that further causes the division in Latin America and in the Caribbean diaspora and in the African diaspora. So you have that. Then we have infighting between African countries. I don't know if there's a Ghanaian versus Nigerian or Ghanaian versus Sierra Leonean. I think for the most part, I'm not sure that Africans for the most part all get along. They don't have the culture wars like we do. Now, we do have culture wars between Nigerians and African Americans. Nigerians and Caribbeans, I don't get that often. I feel like we identify many times with Ghanaians and Nigerians. I think we bond over the trauma that we've had to face as immigrants, as children of immigrants coming over here and trying to find unity with African Americans. But again, that's a whole other conversation for another day. So we're dealing with that, a vestige of slavery. And now within slavery, we have caste systems where this is mostly in Latin America too, where you had different castes, you had gradings, you had um mulatto, which is half and half, versus mestizo, which is half indigenous, I believe, half Spaniard, or we have so many dissections. Then we have the marabouts, which is the blacks intermingling with the indigenous. Then you have the sakatra, which is, I forgot what that even is. Then you have the octoroons and the quadroons. So all of this, it's just division based on admixture and skin tone. We're still living with this to this day. That's why I feel like, as a whole group, as colored people, we will never get anywhere, because we're dealing with all these caste systems and separations and vestiges of slavery and racism. And then in United States, you have the whole house nigger versus outside niggas, and the lighter skins were permitted to stay indoors versus outdoors. It's just done a number on us. And until we get over this, we will always have these conversations. We will always have these issues of colorism. White people, do you not realize white people don't have to deal with this? You don't see hair color wars and eye color wars. All right. You just have blonde hair, blue eyes, blonde hair, brown eyes, brown hair, blue eyes. You have all these combinations in the Caucasian race, yet you never see division based on that. And it's so sad that we have to deal with this as a people, that Black people have to deal with it. So back to Chile. Chile, I feel like, and I don't know how to word this. I really don't. I feel, all right, let me try to all right. Dark-skinned women, we have gradations or gradients, like I said before, in the whole dark skin spectrum. That's a subsect of Black people, the dark skinned people, right? Which we have suffered a lot of racism at the hands of white people and at the hands of Black people, our own people. Even within a family, you can experience racism or colorism for being dark skinned. So that's why I feel like, if you are dark skinned, and I hate this topic, it is so uncomfortable to have, but we have to have it. If you are dark skinned, but you are like a lighter dark skin, like a milk chocolate, you're just a tad light, you're lighter than the other dark girls. It's like you have a one up. Okay. You're dark, but you're not that dark. Okay. You see that? I ain't that dark. That's a thing. Okay, so that allows a lot of dark-skinned women to escape the stigma of being darker skinned. Number two, if you are dark-skinned but you have a looser curl pattern, you get eaten up. People will eat you up. You'll still get ignorant comments like, you're pretty for a dark-skinned girl. Oh yes, if you're dark-skinned but you have fine features, that's another one-uppance. That's another thing that helps you that elevates your station within the dark-skin circle. I hope this makes sense. I'm speaking from experience. If you're dark skinned but you have fine features, you have a one up. You're seemingly beautiful. Like, you have a thin nose, you have smaller lips, or you have pouty lips. Okay, you're good. If you have a looser curl pattern, you're golden. People will fawn all over you. Oh my God, you got long hair. You know, when I went now, I've gotten it all the time. I told you before, I had an aunt tell me that I'm dark, but because of my long hair, that saved me. Oh, you're dark, but you got long hair. I've always gotten that, but your nose isn't flat. But it's so sad. That's why, as a child, I never really suffered from colorism, because I didn't really see it as a thing. I really didn't feel ugly for being dark skinned as a child, because people told me, you have long hair, your nose isn't flat or big, so you're good. I've been told this as a child. As an adult, however, not adult, like teenage years, When people want to throw digs at me, they'll make a comment about my complexion. Yep. When they have nothing else to say, and dark skinned women, I know a lot of others have gone through this. When no one can say anything about me, can't nobody say I'm ugly, because I'm not. I know for a fact I'm not. Can't nobody say I'm dumb, because I am one smart bitch. You know, I've always had everything I needed. My parents spoiled the crap out of me. So do you know what I get? Oh, dark, dark. That's what people have thrown at me. And I'm like, whatever, I still look good. Like, that doesn't do anything to me. And it's sad because it's internal in our community. It's racism, because you're trying, it's because me being dark is, to you, it's a bad thing. So it's like, oh, don't, so people are like, don't get up on your high horse. You're still dark skinned. And my response was always, I'm dark skinned, but I'm doing better than you. Ha ha. You know, so it's really sad. So again, so Kenya Moore, people see her as beautiful because she has, her lips are, I hate to say this, she doesn't have the stick out, pokey black lips. You know, like they make caricatures of black people of having huge, too full lips. She has this nice, perky, pokey, pouty lips. She has a perfect lips. Kenya Moore's nose, I need to find a picture of her. Her nose is more described probably as aquiline. Now, if you know what aquiline is, that's the European nose, aquiline. And it's sad that they have words to describe this, but it's basically not a flat nose. It's a more narrow nose, aquiline nose. Let me pull up Kenya Moore if I can. And it's sad, but here we are. Here we are, right? This is the world we live in. Let me just pull, let me share my screen real quick. Man, you know, this thing gets on my damn nerves. All right, here we go. I just found a little janky picture of Kenya Moore. Okay, yes. So Kenya Moore. Damn, here we go. Nice lips, right? You know, not too big, not too small. She has the lips that white women go and get injections and lip fillers for, right? Nice lips, okay? Nice nose. She has a broad, not broad, like a narrow nose. Like this part, it's defined. Look at the tip. You know, it's a nice nose. It's not flat. They call those flat, you know, ethnic noses. Her nose is not big and it's not flat. And I hate to even do this. And Kenya Moore, everybody knows it. She has what people deem, which is sad. But Kenya Moore has quote unquote good hair. She has a looser curl pattern. And she does have, like, I think Kenya has like down to her back hair. I know she adds pieces in, you know, to fluff it up, but Kenya Moore, it has what we call good hair. And it's pretty sad, I have to say that, but in our culture, it is what it is. That's what she has. Now to Chili. Here we go with Chili. Again, she has that, she kind of, now that I look at her, she kind of is giving Kenya Moore. She has that look. Nice, perfect shaped lips, and her nose isn't flat. She has a defined bridge of her nose. And Chili has that good hair. That's what they call that Indian hair. Like her hair is shiny. It's a looser curl pattern. So I feel like Chili suffers from that. Listen, I ain't too dark. I got good hair. I don't have, you know, two ethnic features. Her features aren't way too ethnic. So I feel like she made that comment, Caramel, to escape more from that dark skin assignment, if you will, of being dark skinned. And I'm sorry to say, Chili, you are dark skinned. You just happen to have like what people call Indian hair, I guess, and nice fine features, but you're still dark skinned no matter what. To me, I don't know what other people see or think. Chili is dark skinned to me. Now, dark skinned people can have simultaneously nice, loose, curly hair. I see it all the time. Nice, silky, curly, shiny hair is not reserved for those who are Hispanic or lighter skin. I've seen multiple people with straight, like, curly hair, and they're not mixed. They're black. They're dark skinned. They have curly hair. Chili doesn't want to be that. She wants to be in the caramel section, and it's pretty. It's just, this is so sad to me. It's just sad, and it's, when will it stop? Here's more pictures of Chili now. As we get older too, people can change complexion. I've changed complexion throughout my life. Here's another picture of her. She's still darker skinned, milk chocolate. You're not dark like Lupita or Alek Wek. Y'all know who Alek Wek is? She's Sudanese, and I think the Sudanese people are the darkest people in the world. They're like the Nilo tribe, Nilo, I think. They're the tallest, and they are thin, and they are like really, really dark, like pure melanin. And melanin is good for us. It protects us from the sun. But Chili, to me, on the spectrum, she's on the lighter side in the dark skin spectrum. Look at her right here. Again, this is a picture from the 90s. She looks like left eye, you could tell, is lighter here. T-boz is lighter here. Chili, I still see the dark skinness in her. She doesn't appear dark here. It could be lighting, but I've always considered her. Here's different pictures of her. There's lighting can make you look much lighter. But look at this picture at the bottom. She is like really darker skin here. It could be a tan, but Chili is dark skinned with red undertones. Undertones play a major factor in it too. You can be a dark skinned person and have yellow undertones. You can be a dark skinned person and have red and peachy undertones. Again, look at her. Listen, I don't know what she was thinking. You're dark skinned, Chili. You're darker skin, and there's nothing wrong with that, and it's sad. And now she calls herself Blindian, which is a combination of Black and Indian. From what I remember, Chili's mom is Black, and they said her father was Bangladesh, which to me, I remember watching that episode on Sally Jesse Raphael. I thought her father was a light-skinned Black man, from what I remember. Here, let's go to Wikipedia. They said she was born in Georgia, and her father, Abdul Ali, is of Bangladeshi descent, and her mother, Ava Thomas, is African American. And there's no, see, they said that, but there's no source. There's no source of it. Where's the source? I was looking for the source. There's no source. So where does that come from? So now, when I saw this, I said, that's not what I remembered. So I went back and looked up that episode. Let's go to that episode on Sally Jesse Raphael, which was a bomb-ass show. All right, let's go. So here is, they're discussing when she met her father. All right. This is her meeting her dad. I think she didn't even know her dad.
First meeting.
Here we go.
We're going to take a look at it. And you tell us what's happening, okay? If you will roll that tape.
Okay.
My daddy, y'all.
He's Bangladeshi. This is her dad. I don't see Bangladesh. Listen, I don't know Bangladeshi people. He don't look Bangladeshi.
I don't like yams, so he wants me to taste his yams. So, I was gonna taste them anyway.
Taste
for him,
some
and,
yams.
What did I say? I said it was okay. So, and I mean, it was just the greatest time.
Who got him the daddy hat?
He already had the daddy hat. He told me he was gonna have his daddy hat on.
So, Chili, you got to meet your dad. You told us it gets better.
Yeah, it gets much better.
So weird.
Where's my sister? Oh, we're flexing there. I see where I get my muscles from my daddy.
Oh my God.
Oh, it's so cute. It really is.
All right. This, and then this is her siblings. She has half siblings from her dad. That's her brother, fine as hell.
And she's like, No, she's like, I couldn't believe it. And I'm like, well, who is it? I said, I want to see, I want to meet him. So when she told me who it was, at the front of the time, I'm like, hold up. My on her arm, because never mind.
Okay, this is her sister.
It's like you can
That's her
just get
brother
over it. You
Hassan.
can hang it up. So I was so happy just to find out really that I had a sister. Not that she was a celebrity, because she didn't even tell me. I was happy just.
Well, I was
All right.
at my house and I called her because I call her check in sometimes.
He's fine as hell.
And she said, well, when you coming over? I got to tell you something. I said, what I do now? I was like, just
all right.
tell me where.
Okay. He does not look Bangladeshi. Now, I don't know how all Bangladeshis look, but I have an idea. Bangladesh is near India, I believe, right? It's near India. And I remember as a child watching that episode, and even back then, I thought he was just a light-skinned Black American, and I thought he was maybe like Creole. He looked Creole to me at the time. That's what so when they always said Indian, I thought they meant like Chili was American Indian, like indigenous. Okay. So this whole Bangladeshi thing, I don't know where that came from, but from what I know, Bangladeshi people are basically Indian looking, like from India. Like Mariah Huck's husband. Y'all remember Mariah Huck? Her husband. So Chili, it's really sad. I don't know what's going on. Well, I do know what's going on in her mind. She doesn't want to be associated with dark-skinned people. That's it. And she feels like she's exempt from being labeled as dark-skinned because she identifies as Blindian, and because she has a looser curl pattern, and because she has fine features, and she's conventionally beautiful, and she's exotic. She does not want to be associated with dark-skinned people. And it's pretty sad because she was just correcting people. And she's like, it's the truth. It's the truth. And at 50 some odd years old, she's still dealing with colorism issues. Yeah, she's born in 1971. She's 52. It's pretty sad. But nonetheless, what do you guys think? Is Chili no, not Indian. Is she Bangladesh? I thought her father was Creole or something. Creole is a mix of Spanish, African American, and indigenous. That's the colloquial, I guess, definition of it. I don't know. I hope she gets help. I hope she deals with her internal colorism issues. To me, this girl would not pass a brown paper bag test because that's more caramel. Brown paper bag test was instituted to not allow dark-skinned girls into certain organizations in the Divine Nine. And it was basically if you are caramel and up, basically excluding dark-skinned women, she would not pass that test to me. I want to know what you guys think. I really do. It was just so stupid, this whole thing, but it caused an uproar. It was posted all over the place. I feel like she's a dark-skinned woman, not the darkest, but she's dark-skinned. It is what it is, Chili. Love yourself. Love yourself. Let me know what you guys think. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you later.